this video we'll discuss about level of significance and the confidence level, right? So as I discussed in the previous video, so when we are doing the hypothesis testing, right? In the hypothesis testing we have to support or reject the null hypothesis. So while doing this, what are the percentage that we make a mistake, when we make a wrong decisions or errors? These are made by this alpha, Greek letter alpha, which is the level of significance. The level of significance always be said 0.1, or we can say the 1%, or 5%, or 10%, right? So what is the significant level? Significant level is, we can say, it is the what is the probability of a type 1 error when it is right. What is the probability of a type 1 error? What is the type 1 error and what is the type 2 error? Type 1 error says when we're doing the null hypothesis, right, and we supported the null hypothesis. When we're doing the hypothesis testing and we supported the null hypothesis, what are the percentage that we make a type 1 error? Type 1 error says we rejecting the null hypothesis when it is true. Means that when we have to support the null hypothesis, we are rejecting it. That is the type 1 error. When it is occurred, when we are doing the hypothesis testing, there are the chances that we make a type 1 error, right? There is a type 2 error. Type 2 error is we are not rejecting the null hypothesis when we should. There is also possibility that we make when are the possibility that make the type 1 error or type 2 error. For example, mostly we set the threshold 5%, right? Mostly. Why not 1? Why not 10%? Listen, if we set the threshold 10%, right, the probability of the type 1 error get higher. The chances of a type 1 error getting higher if we set the threshold 10. If we set the threshold 1%, right, there is the possibility, right, that we ignore the type in this way, that we start not rejecting the null hypothesis. Means at a 1% there are the chances of the type 2 error, which is more dangerous than type 1 error, right? So the reason why we always make the 5%, where we say but the 5% of the chances of the type 1 error, that is the balance, right? That's why we use this type 1 5%. So that is the type 1 error, type 2 error. Type 1 error is saying that rejecting the null hypothesis when it's true, when we are rejecting the null hypothesis when we shouldn't. And the type 2 error says we are not rejecting the null hypothesis when we should. So this basically we tell in a percentage using the null hypothesis. Now what is the confidence level? Confidence level says, as I say, the level of significance says what are the percentage we are making the wrong decision or making error. The confidence level says when we are supporting the null hypothesis, what are the confidence level? What are the confidence levels, right? If we support the null hypothesis, the confidence level is always be here in a green region, right? And if you are setting the null hypothesis, if you are moving toward the blue region, that is also known as the alpha, which is also known as the level of significance. So that is a difference between the level of significance and the confidence level. Confidence level says what are the percentage that we are making, what confidence level we are supporting the null hypothesis. That is a levels we with the help of these levels we can show that we are supporting the null hypothesis, right? And the level of significance says what are the percentage we are making the wrong decisions, right? So this is basically tells in terms of percentage, or I can say the probability, right? So that's all about today's video, where we discuss about the level of significance and the confidence level, right? And one more thing I would like to say, when we are doing this hypothesis testing, we always be working on a sample, right? If we are working on the to validate the assumption of experiment, means we are taking the sample of the experiment, right? There can be 1,000, and based on sample, we this distribution is draw, right? This distribution can be drawn by sample, this distribution can be drawn by population, but we all in hypothesis testing we always work on a sample, right? So that's all about today's video, where we discuss about level of significance and the confidence level. In the next video we will discuss p-value. What is p-value?